Hey Mariah, this is Ethan with Web Rank Management. We spoke on the phone earlier today, and as promised, here's that quick little video with some tips and tricks on how to improve your company's online presence and hopefully generate more income with just your website. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the three things we're going to be talking about on this video are content, backlinks, and citations. So first off, content. Whenever you click on a website, everything that you see is content. This header, everything in the body, all the way down to the footer, even this photo right here has metadata. And that's all part of the content of the website. So Google really likes to see websites with between 1,000 and 2,000 words per page. That will kind of just label you as the expert in whatever field you're trying to base your company out of. So whenever someone takes a Google search for roofing, Lincoln, Nebraska, they're trying to find the experts, or at least Google is saying that. So right off the bat, that's a quick, super easy way that you can go ahead and start boosting your rankings. Just add in about 1,500 words, get you that really nice sweet spot for Google, just to say that you guys know what you're talking about. Next up, when you do a Google search, for example, roofing, Lincoln, Nebraska, you'll see a few things. First up, right here is the sponsored content. These are people that are paying Google to boost their website up to the top, but a lot of people won't click on ads for whatever reason. They might have an ad blocker, they might have had bad experiences with ads in the past, whatever the case may be. We do offer ad management as one of our packages, but that's more of short-term revenue. We use that in conjunction with SEO services, so that way you can still be getting business while your site is ranking for the organic traffic. Directly below your sponsored content, we have this section right here. Now, this is called the Map Pack, also known as your Google Business Profile. This is a very lucrative place to be part of. Basically, anytime someone searches for anything with a city at the end of it, or near me, for example, they will be shown this little section. About 46% of any website or business website gets a click from this section right here. So it's very, very important to try and get you up in the spot. Now, how do you do that, you might ask? Well, the second part, citations. Citations are basically just a directory out on the web somewhere like Yelp, Angie's List, as we can see peeking in right here. We've got white pages, yellow pages, the list goes on and on. Pretty much anywhere on the internet that points back to your website with your business's name, email, and phone number. Name, address, and phone number. They call it the NAP for a reason. So yeah, the more of those that you have, the better quality they have, the higher you're going to be in this thing. It basically just tells Google that you are indeed a real business. You are real people that offer a real service. You're not just someone trying to spam links and, be a scammer of some sort. It just basically gives you validity. So below that, this is the organic section. This is ideally where we want to get your website to. So I went ahead and checked to see this White Castle Roofing. Went ahead to see what their website was like. What are they doing to get up in the top spot? And you can see right off the bat, as soon as you open it up, they have a lot more content on their web page, on their homepage. Doesn't quite look like they have those 1,500 words, but they're getting pretty close. But as you can see, it's a lot more quote unquote appealing to the eye. Google does like to see a lot of information on there, again, just to give you that expert title. So very easy to go ahead and do. I don't think they quite have 1,500 yet. If I were looking at this properly, just with a quick little glance, I'd say they probably have between 900 and 1,200. My goodness, I'm tripping over my tongue over here. 900 to 1,200 words on their homepage. So you go ahead and pepper in an extra 300 on top of theirs, and you're already going to beat them out in that portion. So I went ahead and used this little tool that I have. It's called Ahrefs or Ahrefs. Basically, this just buys data from Google and compiles it based on searches. So when someone searches for roofing Lincoln, Nebraska, it tracks their clicks. So whenever they search on it, where do they go? This is kind of how we get a big overview and see the big picture for how your biggest competitor is doing their business, basically, their SEO services. So you can see right off the bat, the organic search, that section I was telling you about, they're getting roughly 1.2 thousand clicks onto their website every month. So that's awesome. Just assume about 30% of those are going to be turned into clients if they have like a unfortunately not so great close rate. That's 400 clients every month they're getting. Or roughly 400 clients, I should say. Sorry. But that's quite a bit. But you do see even this paid search right here. Those are those ads I was telling you about. They're getting about 11 clicks, which they're already in the top spot. I have no idea why they're running ads. But the way they do that with, again, that content, citations, and very lastly, yep, Backlinks. So what is a backlink? Well, it's very similar to a citation. In fact, it took me a long while before I finally was able to differentiate the two. A citation is just a place with your name, address, and phone number, whereas a backlink is another referring domain, as you can see right here. This is another website out there that points back to you and gives you their seal of approval. It's basically just saying a big thumbs up, saying, yep, if you're looking for roofing in White Castle, these are the guys you want to go to. Not all backlinks are created equal. So Google likes to see whenever you have backlinks that they're in niche and location relevant websites. So for example, Roofing Monthly would mean a lot more to you guys than say Pizza Hut, for example. With that, I went ahead just to see what kind of keywords they're ranking for, because this is what I was telling you about, that content on their page. Each one of those little phrases that you type into Google is considered a keyword. So I wanted to see what was going on here. And as you can see right off the bat, right off the top, White Castle Roofing, that gets searched roughly 800 times every month, and they're getting 535 clicks from it. So yeah, that's quite a bit. It makes sense because that's their business name, so we'll skip on over that one. Right, White Castle Roofing, Lincoln, Nebraska, gets searched 100 times, they get 73 clicks. Roofing, Lincoln, Nebraska, 200 searches, they get 57. Box vent roof, box vents on roof. Roofing, Lincoln, 150 with 23 searches. And you can see a bunch of these are just based on their website, which apparently is already popular enough that people know them really well. But the ones that aren't specifically calling out White Castle Roofing, whenever they say things like Roofing, Lincoln, Nebraska, that is a very buyer intent keyword. That basically just says we know what they're searching and where they're wanting to get. So, or where they're wanting to get this service done. So you can imagine that the majority of these clicks are probably going to turn into clients. And with that, I went ahead and just did one more quick search with your website just for fun, the J&K Exteriors, ne.com. And we can see already not amazing. That's basically because you're not following those three little things that I was telling you about. Once you start putting in citations, backlinks, and most of all, that content, that one you can literally do overnight. Get some AI, chat GPT, put in some things that you wanted to search for, start pumping that stuff out there. It only takes a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, depending on the keyword difficulty and the location that you're in to actually start getting ranking organically for the keywords on your website. So you see, I see that you already have 5 referencing domains. That's fantastic. But again, your competition over here has 297. And these are actually really strong referencing domains because they're giving them a lot of backlinks. So basically what we want to do is take all of this information, take all the referencing domains, the backlinks that your clients have. We're going to find their citations. We're going to look at their content. We're going to basically form a little game plan. We're going to use all of those citations and all of those referring domains that your top competitor has. We're going to use them with your website, and then we're going to add more and more and more. We basically want to double or triple, if possible, the number of backlinks that they have. So that way you're not only beating them in the organic section, but you are far exceeding them, making it near impossible for them to catch up to you. And with that, I believe I have run out of things to say. So I hope this information has been valuable to you. I hope that you learned a lot, and I really, really hope that you liked my crazy personality spitting out random tech stuff. If this is useful to you, please respond to this email. Just let me know, and we can set up a time to chat, see if we can even help each other. If you didn't really care for it, that's totally fine too. I'm not for everybody, and I completely accept that. But I would really appreciate it if you could just send me back a quick email with a sentence or two, just telling me what you didn't really like about this. Say you're already an expert or whatever the case may be, and I need to work harder. That's totally fine. Either way, I hope to hear back from you soon. Have a lovely day.